Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Today is February 15th, and you know what that means. It means it's the midpoint, and that is the time when I usually check in with myself as well as all of you, and I talk about anything that I've changed or I'm going to change. So currently, right now, I forgot this one. This is my planner lineup thus far for 2023, in case you're watching this in the future. So I have been using my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. At first, I was using it as my everyday carry in a planner. I decided to move it to my health journal because I really need to work on that. So I break this section down into 3 columns. You've seen this in the past. I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This one is either for snacks or for my totals of carbs for this day. And then this long rectangular area, I've been actually doing something new. I have been writing down recipes. I don't even know. I think it's been over 2 years. God, that's embarrassing. Yeah, it's been like 2 years. I have had a recipe box that I bought myself. I was like, I'm gonna get a recipe box and I'm gonna put all of the recipes in there. Long story short, too late. I have a recipe box with no recipes. And I have like an old, what is it called? Weight Watchers recipe book that just has a bunch of clippings from magazines and what have you, and a few recipes that friends have written down for me that I never made, even though I said I was going to because I loved them enough to ask them and they were sweet enough to write them down. I know. So I've been writing a recipe here. I like Tasties, I think that's what they're called, here on YouTube because they show you the video on how to make it, and then of course they give you a website that you can click on and then you can print out the recipe, which is pretty awesome. So I've also been collecting recipes and putting them online because a lot of times when I need a recipe I go to YouTube. So now I can just go to my Google Drive and there's a recipe, which is kind of awesome. But I also thought it would be cool if all of my recipes were in here for the entire year. Just every week, whether I make that recipe or not, write it down. One of the first recipes I wrote since I've been doing this is one for crust, because believe it or not, I've never made beef patties and I want to make one. So I found a really nice crust that I think will work out well. Out of all the crusts I was watching, they're all pretty similar, but this is the one that looked the nicest. I'm sure mine won't look anything like it. I will not insert a picture here because I'm sure by the time this gets up there, I will have already made it. Up on YouTube rather. So we'll just have to, my phone is going crazy. We'll just have to see what happens, but for right now that's what I'm doing in here and I really like it. Let me know if you guys can keep a recipe book, if you have any ideas how to trick my mind into keeping one or how to print on them. Maybe I should just Google that. That's probably a thing I should do. I'm sure someone has a YouTube video. Okay, so second planner. This is my documented journey cover. Still loving it, still holding up very well. I was nervous about the material. It's been fantastic. This pattern here is called Skunk here on the spine, and this is the wheat cork, and it's in pocket size. Right now it currently houses 2 Moleskines. This is a small Moleskine notebook where I just write some notes, and then this is my Moleskine Weekly planner. Now I've been keeping up with this pretty consistently, except for the fact that yesterday my back was like, Sylvia, you have been working too much and standing too much. I've been trying to push through line edits of the current work in progress, and my body's like, you've been sitting too much. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I have back issues and I have to pay attention, and I've just been pushing through and it was the wrong thing to do. So here we are. And this is blank because I had to lay completely flat yesterday. Like my back was not having it. And my back was like, you will not stand, you will not sit, you will not anything. So it is what it is, but I did get a lot of reading done. So there's that. So in here, I like to focus on something that I want to learn every single week. And it's a little bit different than, you know, building a habit, like my writing habit or doing like a language habit. This is, or my vocabulary, this is more like just for this week, I want to focus on learning a little bit about about something. So like here I did a documentary because my niece is going to be doing History Day. So the last couple of weeks have been focused on that. We learned about Confucius, which is what she's going to be focusing on for her History Day. And I thought we were going to do a documentary. She decided maybe she'd say that for next year when she has a partner, because it's a lot of work, and we decided to go with something else. This week, I wanted to focus on YouTube Shorts. So YouTube has, I don't even know if they're called Shorts. I wrote Shorts in here, but YouTube has stories now, like Instagram, a little bit different. I hear that you can even do music. When I first learned about them a long time ago, you couldn't do as much with them. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. I want to do them because there's a lot of short videos that I would want to make that I don't think would work well in a longer video. Plus, y'all know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I can't make a short video to save my life. So I thought, hey, this is limited time, Sylvia, you can do this. Let's try it out. I never did it. And so I put this down as one of my goals for 2023, that I would start doing some YouTube stories. We're already in mid-February, so I decided to do it. So here's why I'm like, Sylvia, this is just laziness. I don't know if it's laziness. I've been working really hard on writing, which is always my first priority, which has been great this year. But I also need to find balance and do other things. So I bought a new phone at the end of 2022. Excuse me, this thing is really dirty. I just took it out of my purse. And I had my old phone for almost 4 years. That is a record for me, an absolute record. And so the camera on here, the little lenses were really scratched up, and it was a really bad quality. I tried to film with it and I was like, this is a hot mess. Why don't you just wait? That was like me putting things off again. I was like, just wait till I get a new phone. So I ended up getting a new one. I ended up getting one of these plastic things to put on here so that if it does get really scratched up, I can take it off and replace it. And so these little lenses will stay nice and clean and sharp so that I can do YouTube Shorts and take pictures for my own self, and they will still look really nice and high quality. The other thing I did, because I was like, Sylvia, you're going to get this done, you're going to do it, is I bought one of these. These are, I can't remember what you call them. Maybe they're an iPhone stabilizer. They're kind of like a gimbal as well. I thought about buying a gimbal, am I saying that right, for my DSLR, which is kind of heavy, and it almost cost as much as my DSLR. And I was like, pass. But this was pretty affordable, and it's for your iPhone. And I ended up getting it on sale because I bought it around Christmas time when they were having sales. And I thought, this is really great, because what I've always wanted to do in like YouTube Shorts is to film my desks. I have 3 of them in my office. 2 of them are matching desks from Target that have these really huge, awesome drawers. And I tried to film them once with my phone, and again, it was just really shoddy quality because my camera was just too scratched up, the lens. And then of course I tried to do it with my DSLR, and it was so shaky I thought I was gonna throw up. So I didn't do that, but I have this. It should be pretty simple. I'm gonna figure it out. I love doing Instagram stories. It's pretty simple. It's just about me. I just get anxiety about things. I just have to figure it out, do it quickly, and then be looking for those in the future. Here I have my bullet journal edition 2. This is a long-term notebook in A5 size. Very white pages in comparison to the cream colored pages the original or regular long-term has. So here we are for February. I'm just going to stick this underneath because we're at the beginning and it just will be a little bit flatter this way. So I went ahead and I put a line here on the 12th because I was keeping the second column to write down what I was watching and when I was watching it, and I didn't care enough to continue that. So I've just been extending the line over here, and I couldn't find my eraser, and I don't have it next to me now, but I was going to erase this line. So it's just a continuation all the way across anymore. I'm over the 2 columns, and I probably won't do that again. It just wasn't working for me. This is okay. I'm still, not dealing with essays at all, and I'm pretty crap about social media, but hopefully when I figure out the shorts or the story situation here on YouTube, I will be doing that. But it's cool. I already showed, I think this, maybe I didn't from the last time, so bear with me if you did hear this already. I went ahead and I added this sticky note on top of a mistake that I made, and this is kind of great because if the stuff doesn't get finished here, I can move it to the next month. So these were things, ideas that I was getting ready for the YouTube stories, because I was like, what are some of the little shorts that I could kind of make? And it was like, oh, about my pen collection, the 3 desks, and what are in the drawers. So I have some ideas here to get started. It's just about filming and figuring out how that works and how to upload things and edit things, because I'm not sure if you can pre-edit or if you have to do that on the app. We'll see how it goes. I shouldn't say app, it's probably website, right? I don't think there's an app for that. Down here at the bottom, this is just my, removable to-do list for reading. It seems like it's a lot, but it also has Jade stuff on here too, so that I can check in with her. Once she finishes the book, then she usually tests for it online for school. This has been going okay. You know that I've been filling up each day and I've been marking off each day, so that's great. I don't know if I'll ever do this again, because I feel like you know what? I don't want to say that. I feel like I've already got this habit down, but then once it's gone, maybe I won't be doing the meditation anymore. You know what I mean? Still haven't found anything for these boxes, but it's okay. This is my weekly, and I found out that this was overkill. It was a spread, so 2 pages, 3 columns, and it was just too serious, and I felt like I wasn't busy enough for that, so I decided I needed to condense. Here is what my week looks like now. We are on the 15th. And I kind of just wanted one column to kind of move from the monthly onto the weekly, especially for appointments. And then here I just have this as a sticky note because I felt like, oh, I'm going to run out of space for things. So I thought, oh, I'll put a sticky note here, and then you never run out of space. Haha. And I could just put things here if I needed to check stuff off for the week. I have a section for YouTube. I have a section for scripts. This is essays and shorts that I want to write and work on. Down here, this is my vocab. So in the past, what I've been doing for vocab is I've been writing down the word and then just like a little bit of a short definition or a synonym for what that word is. It helps me go over them all in one shot. And then of course I finally did a collection. I just started to add a few collections in the back. So I did one for my bills and I put what page it was on so that I would remember to look at that, since bills are kind of due around this time. I just kind of set it up like this. I used a Tombow marker, and of course I had to use a ruler, and that was like some work. And Sylvia from the past probably would have been like, negative, we're not going to do that. But Sylvia from the future has grown. And so, yeah, I needed to kind of do this. I try to keep this online, and I do have one online, just like a kind of bill registry, but I don't always check it. So I thought if it's always with me, I'll fill it out, and then I can take from here and fill it out online for future reference if I need it. In the back, I remembered that I made these. I took time to make these on Canva. Remember that? So this is the monthly task, and this is the weekly task. And I thought, oh, if things aren't working out on my weekly, especially since I condensed it, I could always use these, and I can move them either on the weekly or have them on their own page, so they're here if I need them. I just marked my collections with a really pretty greenish colored Tombow marker. I have a page for Jay and then one for Jade, so that I can write down things like movies, TV shows, and things I wanted to mention to them, because it happens more often than you think. Usually I'll text Jade and she'll be like, Auntie, why are you texting me while I'm at school? And she's just such a funny girl. Not a funny girl, but she's a sweet girl, where she's like, I can't reply to you while I'm in school. I'm like, Jade, no. I'm not trying to make you reply to me. I'm just sending these things to you because if I don't, I'm going to forget. And she's like, okay. So I decided maybe I should just write them down. The same for Jay. Sometimes, because I like to keep things very neat and clean on my phone, I will delete stuff and I can't find it because I've deleted it and I thought that I put it somewhere else. So I send a text to Jay with like a link, because he never deletes anything. I mean, the man has like 15,000 emails and he gets annoyed, but every time I ask him, hey, do you have that thing? He always does. So terrible, I know, I'm not going to change it. Anyway, I have a to buy list and a someday maybe, and then of course I gave myself 2 pages for projects, and then these ones are just extra pages for anything else. All right, so that is everything. How has your month of February been going? Have you changed up a lot? Have you kept a lot? What's happening? Do you guys do YouTube shorts? Who is your favorite? I don't, why am I calling them shorts? Are they called stories? I don't even know. I'll know after this week because I'll have done research. YouTube stories. Do you guys have any suggestions for planner people I should be watching? I don't know. I've just never been into them because I was really nervous that it was going to suck up all of my life like Pinterest once did. You know what I mean? I never got into TikTok and I can see the appeal, but yeah, who knows? All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.